All over free-to-play RuneScape, there are bots named Kit or Kitboga, and now they've turned to pay-to-play. In this world alone, we've got easily over 100 bots, all with Kitboga in their name, spinning flax in Lumbridge. It's time we figure out who the mastermind behind this is. Kitboga is an incredible YouTuber. He's like the best anti-scammer out there, and his videos are hilarious. So I decided to see if he knew anything about the massive bot farm named after him. Now, you can never be too sure about your suspects, so I started by looking into his history. And looking through some Twitch archives, he used to play RuneScape while he was streaming himself anti-scamming people. Obviously, that doesn't mean he made these bots though. So I started out by reaching out to him on Twitter. Not only did he respond, but it turns out he's seen some of my videos before. Again, I didn't want to rule him out as a suspect, so I said I had some questions about anti-scamming, maybe semi-related to RuneScape, and we hopped into Discord. But first, by now you've probably heard of Raid Shadow Legends, which has over 600 champions blessed with unique skills. My favorite part is summoning champions in the tavern. You never know what you're gonna get. This month, Raid just released a giant new feature, Awakening, and a new dungeon, the Iron Twins Fortress. Awakening your champions can let you choose a powerful blessing that can transform how they perform in battle. But wait, here's the big news. Raid has just released a super-powered legendary version of everybody's favorite champion called Ultimate Death Knight. Everyone can get him for free just by logging in. All you have to do is log in and play Raid for 7 days between now and October 27th. Also use DK Rise's promo code for a bunch of free items, and it'll instantly level your new strongest champion all the way to level 50 5-star Ascension. If you haven't played Raid yet, click my link in the description or scan my QR code on screen and you'll get bonuses worth $30. We're talking a free champion, Aina, 200k silver, 1 energy refill, and 1 XP boost, and 1 ancient shard. All this treasure will be waiting for you here. Alright, we're about to get into a call with Kitboga to see if he knows anything about these bots. Hey man.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, I love your videos actually. Kind of had a couple questions, you know, in general.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I saw you said you had like a scam question.
Well, actually, I just had a random question first. Have you ever played like old school RuneScape?
I have. 100% I have. I've seen a bunch of your videos too.
Okay.
Like, I've been playing for years.
How do you like it?
I got really into PvP for a while and started making some other accounts because I liked being able to, you know, have like a low level account in the wild and kind of lure people. But it got hard to manage all the time involved of like grinding out a bunch of accounts because I got kids, I got the stream, I got YouTube, right? So it's sort of like optimizing my time and figuring out how to, I don't know, get the most bang for your buck, if you know what I mean.
What do you usually like do? Like, what's your background optimizing your time?
Previously, you're talking about like before.
Yeah, before YouTube.
Oh, that's weird. But I did software engineering.
You play RuneScape, or played. You have background in programming, and you've been trying to optimize your experience for the most bang for your buck, huh?
Yes. I thought you had questions about scams though.
Okay, wait. I do. I have more questions. They have to do with RuneScape. Can you actually hop in game?
Yeah.
Wow. Nice 99 magic there.
Oh, thank you. Where do you need me to go in the game? I just hopped in.
Oh yeah. Here, just follow me. We're only going a short distance.
Oh.
I'm gonna show you something you might be very interested in.
Okay.
So, I've been tracking all these robots, and
Okay.
they kind of spin flax here for bowstrings. It's a moneymaker.
Okay.
And so, can you just right click on those for me? You see Kitboga kin right there? Hello? Did he just logged out. He just left the call.
Sorry, I got disconnected. Hold on. Internet.
You're being pretty suspicious right now, man.
So, sorry, you said it looked like it said Kitboga. Did I see that right? Hold on. So you're telling me there's like a bot? There's bots spinning flax in my name? Listen, I feel like you're accusing me of something.
So
I would never in a million years. Okay. This is nuts.
okay, I believe you.
Now the only bots I'm making are for for scam stuff. That's wild.
In all seriousness, Kitboga is one of the nicest guys I've ever met. Obviously, this is a troll. Huge thanks to him for playing along with my antics. Unfortunately, unless the mastermind behind these bots reaches out, I don't think we'll ever know his motivation for naming them after Kitboga. I'm sure most of you have already seen his videos, but if you haven't, definitely go check out Kitboga's channel. The link is in the description. A tip-off came in less than 30 seconds ago with the headline, "Unknown bots above Taverley Crystal Key Chest." It says there are a bunch of bots running upstairs on World 494. Let's go check it out right now. This is why it's so important for me to always be ready and checking the tip-off email. And there's definitely something odd going on here. There are 4 or 5 accounts in this world, all in full rune and Siradaman swords. Looking at their stats, they all have well over 150,000 Soul War zeal, which on the high scores puts them in like the top 60 players. They seem to be taking turns killing the druid that spawns up here, which is a little strange. Obviously that can't be the primary reason they're here, just to kill one druid spawn together. My guess is they're gonna mule off their loot or gold. So it's just a waiting game, and I moved to the building south of them to be less conspicuous so I could spy on them from afar. And I waited. About 15 minutes in, they start running back and forth repeatedly, and after over an hour, I gave up. Nothing was happening. But with over 150,000 zeal per account, at 30 zeal per spoil of war, that translates to 5,000 spoils of war per account. Those have a loot value of 93k each on average, meaning each of these accounts with well over 150,000 zeal have already made 500 million GP from Soul Wars rewards. And if we go on the high scores, there are accounts with much higher zeal that have the same pattern of stats. For example, this one's rank 9 and basically only has high melee stats with 260,000 zeal. Here's another at rank 17. That minigame is absolutely overrun. This bot is mysterious, to say the least. Borderline creepy. It's a level 11, not wielding anything except holding a holy hand egg. I originally got a tip off about the bot about 2 weeks ago asking me what the purpose of the bot is, so I set out to find out. The bot is in the northeastern corner of Varrock Castle, on the 2nd floor in World 301. Let's observe the bot for a good 20 minutes. It's not moving or doing anything really, except every few minutes it does a random emote. And no other player has come up to trade it or anything. I checked back in on it, 6 hours later, it's still there, and still doing emotes once in a while, although it had moved one tile. It's really creepy when it randomly waves. I woke up at 6 a.m. the next day to see if it was online during off-peak hours, and there it was, doing nothing. A few days later, still there. Also, I'm not completely sure, but it seems like when I appear, the bot initially does a lot of emotes, but then stops. Also, when I talk, especially, the bot seems to be very well timed with its emotes. Is this just a real player trolling 24/7? 1 week later, and again, it's still there, nothing has changed. So I asked the anti-cheating team at Jagex. I didn't get a response, but within 48 hours, the bot was gone. So I'm guessing they were busy, but banned it. My best guess is maybe it's trying to uncover how Jagex detects bots, or ways of going undetected, but I'm really not sure. Do any of you know? And if so, please reach out or let me know in the comments. So, Jagex removed the duel arena and replaced it with a PvP arena, which was supposed to be a massive update to PvP. Unfortunately, it wasn't. I personally just want Original Bounty Hunter back, but that's actually not the point of this segment. I got a tip off about accounts in the PvP arena worlds entering a match together over and over. These accounts aren't on the high scores, and from what I can tell, they're definitely just repeatedly entering these duels. But here's the thing, the PvP arena doesn't have any tradable rewards, but that also means that these accounts can't be farming anything or generating GP. Luckily, it's super easy to spectate them. Actually, the spectate feature is probably the coolest part of this content, but when I did spectate them, I saw what looked like a stake at the duel arena. Accounts not eating food with no gear, just hitting each other with a tentacle whip. But you can't stake anything in the PvP arena. Like, they can't wager anything on their match. So these accounts could be bots or real players. Honestly, it doesn't really matter. But I'm guessing they're using the functionality of the PvP arena to stake through a gambling website or dedicated Discord server. So these accounts are probably owned by the host of that site or Discord server, and they just take wagers on which side wins. Just to recap, the only people using this massive PvP update seem to be, well, accounts gambling. A tip-off came in that there were level 3s using a teleport this person didn't recognize. It looked like a green orb. Obviously, if you recognize the teleport, this seems stupid, but I didn't recognize it either. The level 3s weren't on the high scores and had nothing equipped that I could see. I wanted to know where they were going since using a new teleport means potentially a new type of bot farm. So I assumed it was a ring teleport they were using since I couldn't see any gear that they were equipping, and asked around if anyone else recognized it. Turns out it's the semi-new Ring of the Elements, and the green represents teleporting to the Earth Altar. But when I did that, I found them not using the Earth Altar. They're running straight to the Sawmill. So they're plank making bots, and the meta in terms of speed leading to the highest GP per hour is using the ring to teleport literally steps away from the Sawmill. Seems like the botters are keeping up to date with the game. Plus, the ring is only 750k. Honestly, it'll probably continue to drop in price. And law runes are insanely cheap. They're like 130 GP each. So unfortunately, the cost associated with teleporting so close isn't very high at all. They're just gonna end up making more GP.